Smith Patel from Crick Buzz. Terrific knock under pressure, firstly. But if you can, sort of make a comment on, it's been a great personal loss for Glenn Phillips. So how has the team sort of rallied around him, and how has the team unit, comforting him in his time of his grieving? So any comment on that, and how big of a boost would it be, with the win that you guys have had, and him especially closing it out? How big of a boost is it going to be for him to recover, to come back to playing terms?
Yeah, that's a great point. I think it's been a very tough time for him, and he's been strong. He's been an absolute champion. He's been just kept on smiling. And I think Ricky Ponting, our coach, is one of the best I've ever seen at managing people, understanding situations, and understanding how to treat people in different places, find them where they are. And he's been brilliant. So I think GP has showed us that he's ready to play, and I'm really happy for him.
Well, just one more. What sort of words? Ponting is as ebullient as anyone. He has the gift of the gab. What sort of words were spoken to Glenn, before you guys took the field?
Yeah, I think sort of what he did really well was just made everyone aware of the situation, of what's going on. And it's one of those where you don't really know what to say, but I think just letting him know we're there for him and supporting him and thinking of him, that was sort of what was said.
I want to go back to the toss decision. You guys won the toss and chose the bowl despite the last couple of games, unsuccessful chases. Was there any team talk beforehand to try to figure out what was best to do on this pitch?
Yeah, I think, to be honest, that's about my pay grade. I'll leave that for the big boys. We've got it right so far, luckily. I mean, cricket's a funny game, but it seems like we're a good chasing team, and I think we've taken a lot of confidence from that. So it just feels good chasing at the moment.
Talk to us about that final over. You were facing Andre Russell, who's one of the best all-rounders in the game. Even though it was just 2 runs of 2 balls, it still looked pretty tense out there. So talk to us about how you deal with such kind of pressure situations.
Yeah, it was a bit of cat and mouse. I knew he'd got a good over, and first trying to stand still, and I got the wide, and then gave myself room. So the first couple of balls I won the battle, but then after that it was just a step ahead of me. I didn't know what he was going to bowl, and he executed well. It's just one of those games. To be fair, I've played similar roles a long time now, so just stayed calm. But I'm not too fussed about it. I mean, the worst thing you can happen is you can lose the game for me. So I've sort of got that mindset. But luckily, we pulled it through.
I'll just throw in a question. I was just checking the scorecard. We have chased over 200, but there's not even a single half century. So in a way, it's good that everyone has chipped in.
Yeah, that's a good stat. I think our batting's really come together. The first couple of games we maybe didn't quite hit our straps, but now Mitch is getting us off to a great start, and that will not always happen. So the boys are chipping in. I think everyone's hitting form. We've been working on. So yeah, it feels like we're in a good spot.
So over the past 3 seasons, you've played a pretty selfless, role for freedom, and your role is sort of sometimes goes unnoticed as well, but has a lot of impact. So how do you see your role? You always do your role 9 times out of 10, 8 times out of 10, coming in pressure situations and enclosing in the game, or if you during the first innings as well, whenever you come out, you just probably drill 10 balls 20 runs, 15 balls 30 runs most of the time. So, and I believe these sort of Ricky Ponting has massive respect for these sort of characters. So what's your comment on that? Your relationship with Ricky, and how he sees your selfless role in the team?
Yeah, that's a good question, Smith. I think trying to make sure I make an impact on the game, whether that's going for a run and ball and getting the team across the road, or even like tonight, 10 and over in today's game doesn't feel too bad. So we looked for that 1 or 2 boundaries and over, and that, to be fair, they executed well. But that's the role. You summed it up well. You're always going to be under pressure, or you're mostly going to face 10 balls, 12 balls. So I really just try and make an impact with the balls that I face.
Just last one, this might be another question that is for the captain and coach, but every time Ian Holland's got a chance to bowl, he's been absolutely wonderful, but still not kind of completing his quotas despite his performances. Has there any team strategy and talk about that sort of situation?
Yeah, I think sometimes that's how cricket goes, right? You've got to sort of knock that door down, and he's been doing it, so I'm sure he'll bowl his 4 overs very soon, especially maybe going down to Florida where the wickets might be a little bit slower, I'm not sure. And also we're blessed with a lot of all-rounders, so our team's just full of bowlers. Rachin hasn't bowled much this tournament either, so I think it's similar to the batting. We've got a lot of options and just waiting for the guys, or hoping that the guys can put up their hands, and when he's needed to bowl 4 overs, I'm sure he'll do a good job.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot, guys.